Hey folks, welcome to the channel. Today we've got something a little bit different. We're indoors. It's a little bit wet outside. So we've got a protein bar review for you today. We've got the David versus Goliath of the protein world. So we have got the Carb Killa from Grenade, and we've got Lidl's Effort. Okay, roll the tape. Okay, so first of all, do we really need to be eating protein bars? Well, strictly speaking, you should be getting enough protein from your daily food intake, from sort of quote unquote normal foods. So sources of lean protein, including chicken, tuna, eggs, pulses, nuts, seeds, all that kind of good stuff. So really, the protein bar is a supplement. Now the other thing is it's a convenience as well. So a protein bar, for example, you're going to be getting 20 grams of protein per hit. So actually, it's quite convenient to have all that packaged up. And if it tastes nice, and if it's a bit of a nice, tasty snack for you, then it's a win-win really. So I think if you're trying to build muscle, while you're training, then more protein in your diet is going to be a good thing. You want to be aiming for at least 100 grams of protein in your diet. So a 20 grams of protein hit in a nice bar after you've been training, that can be a good thing. So I think yes, there is a place for protein bars, but I wouldn't be getting all your requirements of protein just from a bar. So I'd still aim to get your main protein from lean sources of whole foods and use it as a supplement. I normally will only have one per day, normally around my training time. So there's loads of different protein bars on the market. There's companies that are jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, nutrition companies have been making them for quite a while, but there's the likes of Mars, things like that. They're making Mars protein. I saw one in the Co-op the other day, a Co-op protein bar. So there is loads to choose from. They come in at all different price points, and they all have varying degrees of or amounts of protein in them. So what I've got for you today is these two bad boys. So I've got the Lidl's Effort, and I've got the Grenade Carb Killa. Now I say these are David and Goliath because they are from opposite ends of the price pointing spectrum. Okay, so let's look at the Lidl's one first then. Okay, so packaging is quite plain. It's like something from the 80s or something. It's grey and black. This is cookies and cream. Now you buy these in packs of 3. And I think they're £2.79 for 3, which works out about 93 pence each, which is actually quite good. Now, if we look at the stats on these, how much is in them. So we're looking at overall calories per bar is 187 calories per bar. So yeah, I would be expecting most of these bars to come in at around about 200 calories. So most protein bars come in around about there. You've got to be careful of when you're eating a lot. These kind of things is where it weighs into your total calorie intake as well, especially if you've got a bit of fat to lose. So 187 calories. Fat, there is 2.8 grams of saturated fat. Sugars, there is 0.8 grams, which is good, and the protein content is 22.5 grams of protein. So actually, the stats of these are, very good. So that that's it says high protein on it. So looking at before we get opening it and have a taste of it, that's looking quite good value at the moment. Okay, so let's move on to the Grenade bar then. All right, the other end of the spectrum. Now these weigh in. I bought this in a petrol station shop and this cost me £2.50. All right, so that's a big difference from the Lidl's bar. And this is actually 60 grams in this bar, so you're getting a little bit more bar for your money. And if we look at the stats on these, what tells us on the front, it's got 23 grams of protein, so a little bit more protein than the little bar, and 2 grams of sugar, so a little bit more sugar. What's the fat? The fat content is 4.2 saturated fat. Okay, so the stats are fairly similar to the actual Lidl bar, so it will be a good comparison. One thing I didn't say about the Lidl bar is this is 45 grams, so it is actually smaller by 15 grams, so it is a smaller bar. Okay, so they both weigh up. I'd expect the Grenade bar, you know, this is a nutrition company as opposed to a mass market cheap supermarket. So I'd be expecting Grenade to sort of be knowing their stuff really. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to have a taste. Have a little sip of coffee, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so first off then, the Lidl bar. Very chewy, quite chewy. Taste isn't actually too bad. It tastes quite sweet. A little bit of cookies and cream in there. Not too bad. Take a sip of coffee. Now, it didn't taste too bad, the Lidl bar. But the overriding thing of that was it was chewy. So yeah, not bad. 5 or 6 out of 10, I think. Okay, so now on to the Grenade bar. Okay. Okay, so the Grenade bar tasted quite nice, quite sweet again. It was a fudge brownie, and there was a definite taste of fudge brownie. I'm going to mark it marginally more 8 out of 10 because it was a little bit better. Still quite chewy. I'd be interested to taste their different flavours. Okay, so looking at the overall package, then you're looking at maybe the best value obviously has got to be the Lidl bar. Now if you're just having them occasionally, the protein bar, you could buy a pack of 3 for £2.79 for the week, you know, and just slot them in as and when you need them. And it wouldn't break the bank. Now the Grenade bar, I don't know if I'd be buying 5 for the week, because you're looking at a fair bit of cash. So I think you can buy the Grenade bars in bulk. Might work out a little bit cheaper if you bought a big box of them. But yeah, so I think for this one I'm going to recommend the Lidl bar. It might be controversial, you know. I've seen quite a few really bad reviews of the Lidl bars, but put up straight against the Grenade bar, I didn't really notice a great deal of difference. It was certainly chewy, but for me it was fine. You know, it was okay, and at that price as well, then I don't think you can go far wrong with getting 20 odd grams of protein in. Okay, so yeah. So I think if you're going to dip your toe in the water of protein bars. I think what you need to do is to do your own taste test, but certainly try out the ones from Lidl's. I plan to do another comparison between another cheap supermarket, German supermarket, and another well-known nutrition company. So I'm going to do that again, another sort of David versus Goliath, just to really see if these supermarkets are hitting the mark where these bars are concerned. So yeah, so a thumbs up for Lidl for me. Maybe controversial. You know, I think my expectations of the grenade bar were quite high anyway, and my expectations for the little bar were quite low. So maybe that's played into it. Certainly, the grenade bar was good, you know, but you pay for that, the price for that as well. Okay, folks, thanks for watching this video. Watch out for more comparison videos coming up. If you've got a little bit of value from this, please subscribe and hit the like button. That'll, you know, every little helps. And yeah, let me know in the comments what your preferred protein bars are, or if you actually use protein bars, protein supplements. And yeah, I shall see you later, guys. Thanks for watching.